sorry, but to some basketball players or basketball fans, please watch the video. Today, before we start, because this video that we're gonna watch is really about contenders or pretenders. Now, the ones who made it in the playoffs, we'll go to the East. We got Pistons, the Celtics, Knicks, Cavaliers, Raptors, Hawks, and you got the 76ers, Magic, Hornets, Heat. Which those four, by the way, are in the play-in tournament. You got the Western, you got OKC Thunder, Spurs, Nuggets, Lakers, Rockets, Timberwolves, Trailblazers, Suns, Clippers, and the Warriors. Which those four, by the way, are in the play-in tournament. Now, should I ask you? There's already a happening game, okay? You got the Heat and Hornets and the Trailblazers and Suns. Now, the Trailblazers and Suns, the winner was supposed to be getting this number 7 seed, which Trailblazers are officially gonna fight against the San Antonio Spurs, which is the number 2 seed. And I think next game tomorrow will be Warriors versus Clippers, which I hope Warriors will win. So yes. Now in the Eastern Conference, I think it was like this winner gets 7 seed, but no, it's different. I think it's Heat versus Hornets. This one is different. So meaning, I think the one who wins in that game, Heat versus Hornets, which the Hornets won, will eventually fight the losing team. So yeah, but the 76ers versus Magic hasn't happened yet. So Hornets win that, and they'll wait for their next team, which is the losing team from the 76ers versus Magic, and the winner from that one will go to 7th seed. And the Heat, they're eliminated officially. And because Bam Adebayo got injured, I think if Bam Adebayo did not get injured, low key in that one, I think LaMelo Ball played dirty, low key. So I'm saying if Bam Adebayo didn't get injured in that one, they would actually have a crazy game, and I think the Heat would won that game. But it was kind of unfair, low key. Now, first up, I want to call about the contenders or pretenders. Now, I want to call every team. Okay, first up, the OKC Thunder. Thunder, they're definitely contenders. They got Shea, they got Lou Dort, they got Hartenstein, Holmgren, and they got J-Dub. Now, they still have a bench, right? They got Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, Alex Caruso, a lot of other guys, and they're really perfect. Okay, you got the Spurs, they're definitely contenders. They got Wemby, DPOY, I would say. I'm not sure about MVP because the MVP is really tough, especially with Jokic, Luka, which is I don't know if he's gonna make it. You got Shea out there, and Wemby out there too. And you got De'Aaron Fox. I know he choked in last time against the Nuggets, but still, he's still a needed player. A lot of players also. I mean, I'll say Spurs, they're contenders. The Nuggets, the contenders. The Lakers, look, crazy take. I would say the Lakers are pretenders. Okay, you wanna know why? LeBron James has to carry the Lakers. Okay, you got AD. No, what? No, AD is not with it. What the fuck? Sorry, guys. Okay, what I'm saying is the Lakers are pretenders because Luka is injured, AR is injured, Austin Reeves. So if LeBron has to carry them, I wouldn't think they were gonna make it. Rockets, pretenders, I would say. Because I don't think KD with the Rockets have a good chemistry, especially with the Twitter burns and stuff. And I know that Jabari Smith Jr., he said he sucks. KD said that. And Alfred Sengun has not been a good defender. But I would say they're pretenders. And then you got the Trailblazers. Now, Trailblazers, I mean, no, Timberwolves. Timberwolves, I would say they're possibly contenders. I'm not saying that, I'm not really a professional talking sports, okay? But it's just my opinion as a basketball fan, NBA fan. You got the Timberwolves, I would say they would be just contenders. They are contenders, but they are probably just gonna make it like second round. Now, if they're gonna fight the if they're the 6th seed right now, they have to fight the Nuggets. And I think the Nuggets they're 10-0 in the last 10 games, and the Timberwolves are just what 5-5. You see that? 5-5. So I think Timberwolves are not gonna make it to the second round. They're probably gonna be the first round. I would say they're still contenders, but I just don't think them beating Nuggets. Because like you got 4 Lakers are gonna beat against Rockets, and you have KD there. LeBron is gonna carry the Lakers, so I don't think Lakers can make it to the second round. Okay, because Rockets, like no one's injured by Parter. The Lakers, Luka is injured. So what? Without Luka, what can they do? So that's not good for the Lakers. But I still think Lakers can still be I don't know. There's a miracle happening. Maybe. I would say pretenders for the Lakers. Timberwolves, I'll say pretenders for now, or contenders. Yeah. Trailblazers. Yeah, pretenders. Suns, pretenders. Clippers. Oh yeah, Clippers. Clippers just bounced back because of Kawhi. You know that. But Clippers, I would say, Clippers are probably pretenders. I would say. Okay. I'm not gonna say they're like contenders. Pretenders actually. Because if they would beat the Warriors, okay, if it does happen, and then they're gonna go fight against the loser of the Trailblazers versus Suns, which is the Suns. So Clippers versus Suns, that means the Clippers win, and then they will take the 8th seed, meaning the 8th seed will be the Thunder. 8 versus 1. So Thunder against Clippers. Would you think the Clippers won against Thunder? No. But it's just my prediction, okay? So Clippers possible contenders. I don't know, sorry guys. I'm just maybe Warriors pretenders. I'm not saying, look, I'm a big Warriors fan, but I don't think they can make it to the playoffs, dude. They are gonna be just pretenders for the name. Pistons, now Pistons are the number 1 seed. I get it. Do they have the experience? No. I mean, they do have the experience in their first ever playoff appearances with Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, and the other guys. But can they make it today? They could make it first round. Second round, would they make it possible? Maybe it could be just East Conference Finals or the Finals, actually. I don't know about that. But with Pistons, yes, they can be contenders. Celtics, yes, definitely contenders. They just bounce back, and they're already that good, especially without Jason Tatum, right? And now they just did good with Jason Tatum. So they're much better with him. And the fact that, look, Jason Tatum was out, like, before the thing, before it wasn't, like, almost the end of the game, because he had injuries, ACL against the Knicks in the playoffs, and you got Jaylen Brown out there cooking. And he still did good for the Celtics. They're still, like, the number 2 seed. And today they still stuck as number 2. So, contenders. Knicks, contenders. Cavaliers, pretenders. Raptors, okay, pretenders. Hawks, pretenders. 76ers, pretenders. Magic, pretenders. Hornets, pretenders. Heat, pretenders. So that's what I'm saying. And I'll be right back real quick, okay? I'll be right back real quick. I want to see this prediction, okay? Okay, so I'm back. So, this guy made a predictions about his play-in prediction. Now, we gotta see this, okay? We'll see it.
My NBA playing prediction. I will be predicting the playing and the playoffs perfectly. So make sure to come back after every single game and tell me that I'm right. We have a total of 6 games going on. So let's start with the games happening today. The first match we have is the Charlotte Hornets versus the Miami.
This one, I did react to this, okay? We got the Heat Hornets. So eventually the Heat lost, unfortunately. So the Hornets win. Yeah, that's really sad, you know.
Yo, I get it.
We got 10 people in the chat. Let's go. Thank you, guys.
Dropped 83 points. This team isn't doing shit. Oh, give me the Hornets by 20 fucking points. Up next, Phoenix Suns.
Hornets. And he did predict that. Yeah, Hornets, definitely. I mean, Hornets has been hooping, I get that. But Bam Adebayo got injured in the moment. I would think they would still, like, win that game if ever Bam Adebayo got that, you know, win. I mean, like, no. Like, if Bam didn't get injured, okay? If Bam did get injured, and if LaMelo didn't let that happen, I would think the Heat would win that, okay? Crazy take, I would say that.
Versus the Trailblazers. I could look to see Drew dropping like 25 points for no reason. But
He did drop 21, yeah.
And OD Book wants his get back on the Spurs. He's snatching that chain, so I'm taking Phoenix.
He just lost to the Trailblazers. They just lost, dude. Damn.
Tomorrow night, the first game we have is the Orlando Magic.
Oh, so it's tomorrow. And we're gonna react to that tomorrow. Magic versus 76ers. We're gonna watch that.
Versus the Philadelphia 76ers. First of all, holy dog shit. Ass versus ass, left cheek versus right cheek. I don't give a fuck who wins this game, because they losing to the Celtics regardless. But to be honest, I'm gonna go with the Magic. I feel like they...
Yeah, Magic. Yeah, I would say that. I don't... Is Embiid injured? Like, is he out now? I don't know about Embiid. But still, I mean, they do got BJ Edgecombe. They got Tyrese Maxey. And if they do ever got Embiid there, I would say that the Philadelphia will win. But with Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero, and Jalen Suggs and the other guys, maybe Magic would win. I don't know. It's really like a okay matchup, you know.
Had a bad enough year already. Might as well make the playoffs, you know. And we have the Clippers versus the Warriors.
Okay, I hope your prediction's Warriors. Okay.
A battle to the end. The two grittiest teams in the league. Two supers are trying to prove that. Oh, you thought I was dead ass? Bro! The Clippers are shitting
What? No.
on the Warriors. I'm
Shut up. No, that can't be right. That can't be right. They got Kristaps Porzingis. What the fuck? What?
sorry. If Curry doesn't drop at least 50, y'all are cooked. Y'all are cooked. So this means we have the 76.
What? Okay, I hope that guy's prediction is wrong.
Versus the Hornets. And everybody here knows that my 202nd favorite city in the world is Charlotte. We're taking the Hornets by 10 points. And the last
Okay, yeah, Hornets versus Sixers. If that ever happens, yeah, Hornets definitely.
game, battle of the 8th, the winner gets swept by OKC. I'm taking the Clippers. As much as I love to play Portland in the first round, I simply cannot see Kawhi losing to this team in a real situation.
Yeah, Clippers definitely win that. If Clippers win, but dude, I'm not gonna say to you they're gonna win. Okay, they're definitely not gonna win. Hello to Lawler. Oh gosh, I can't see it. Lawler Simpson, welcome to my stream, dude. All right, so we should watch this video. Everything you should know before the 2026 playoffs. We should watch this one. Actually, no, let's watch this one right here. Actually, yeah. Wait.
Salit na sa Coke Time Panalo promo.
Oh, let me pause it real quick. Alright, we're back. So, here is the video from Basketball Reach. Everything you need to know before the NBA playoffs start. Which it hadn't happened yet. Okay. It had not happened yet. Yes, but there's a play-in tournament, so it's starting to happen. But let's watch this before it happens.
Before the playoffs begin, these are the 5 things that you absolutely need to know right now. Starting off at
Gosh dang it. Wait. It gotta be the quality, wait. Sorry.
Before the playoffs begin, these are the 5 things that you absolutely need to know right now. Starting off at number 1, we have
Can the Lakers sustain this? That's good. That's a good one. Wait. Dang it.
before the playoffs begin, these are the 5 things that you absolutely need to know right now. Starting off at number 1, we have the Los Angeles Lakers.
That's a good one. Can the Lakers sustain this? Now, just like I said to you earlier, Luka is injured. Austin Reeves is injured. Can LeBron carry as a 41-year-old pushing retirement soon? Should he be able to carry the Lakers and to fight against the Rockets in 4 games? Or possible 7 games? I don't know. So, a 41-year-old, that's just crazy, you know that? Like, I don't think LeBron...
Before the
Like I know LeBron has been hooping, like, what, 20 points per game plus? But the thing is, he's old. He's 41 years old. There's nothing he can do about it. Especially with 2 best of players he has on his team. And he has to pair the team. LeBron James. I mean, I would say they would win 2 games. And it's over.
playoffs begin,
Two games.
these are the 5 things that you absolutely need to know right now. Starting off at number 1, we have the Los Angeles Lakers. And the question I'm asking is whether or not they can keep this up. Since March the 1st, they've actually been one of the best teams in the NBA, going 13-2 with a
Whoa! 13-2! Oh, wow. Okay, they're actually that good. Okay. But that's with Luka and Austin Reeves. But since without Luka and Austin Reeves, can they do it? That's the thing.
A 122.2 offensive rating, which ranks 7th, and a 111.9 defensive rating, which is 6th.
Oh, 6th in NBA. Oh, I like that. Wow. Wait, let me just real quick. But the fact that with LeBron, like he got a good team, you know that. That's crazy though, by the way.
And the question I'm asking is whether or not they can keep this up. Since March the 1st, they've actually been one of the best teams in the NBA, going 13-2 with a 122.2 offensive rating, which ranks 7th, and a 111.9 defensive rating, which is 6th. That is absolutely a contender equation right there. Being top 10 on both.
Gosh dang. Sorry, y'all. I gotta pick. Gosh damn. Wait.
Both sides of the floor absolutely gives you a real chance.
Okay, look. Okay, let me talk a lot about it. The Lakers, look, they have been real contenders, low key, and because Luka and Austin Reeves are doing good, and especially LeBron. But the bad thing about LeBron is whenever he's on the court, right? He's on the court with Luka and Austin Reeves, they lost the game. And I don't think it's because like he did something bad, but maybe this is something like the chemistry like that. But without LeBron, and then if only just like Luka and Austin Reeves, they do good. So that's like kind of, or maybe those just my rumors that I've heard.
But the question with LA is not whether this stretch has been impressive or not, because it clearly has.
Gosh. All right, man. Come on. All right, we're just gonna watch.
but he's back-to-back conference.
Oh wait, was my stream pop? Yo, my bad, yo. I randomly just like paused it. My bad, yo.
Finalist, a guy we've seen play well in multiple playoff series. He moves up row 4. Bron, Steph, Durant, and Jason Tatum. Bron, I think, is showing that he did have his body ready to be peaking at this time of year and is playing.
That's the thing, though. I mean, LeBron is good, but can he carry the Lakers in Rockets? Because Rockets is like a young core, and especially with KD, with the experience, and you got a lot of good guys there, and LeBron is only the one to carry. So do you think he can do it? Like what?
Some of his best basketball of the year. Steph, that's respect for Steph, even though he might, be out of the season in about 10 hours. Now to the top 6. Row 3. Wemby dips only because he's never played in a playoff game. So I'm not going to have him in the top 3. And then Cade has just enough playoff experience to go along with the fact that he was going to be a first-team All-NBA guy before the lung collapsed, and so he is there. And then to the top 3. SGA stays where he is. Jaylen Brown. The combination of a ton of playoff experience. Year 10 for Jaylen Brown. He's been to 2 NBA finals. He has unbelievable playoff experience. He is a finals MVP, and he's coming off his best individual year, so I bump him up, and then atop is the best player in the league and a guy who's an all-time playoff performer as well from an individual level, not necessarily from a team accomplishment level, Nikola Jokic. That is the latest king of the hill. Luke and Reeves still injured in L.
Okay, wait. I want to make my own prediction, and if ever, you guys have to make this viral, okay? Look, I'll go back to the standings, right? Let me search standing. I'll be right back with you. Alright, so I'm back, okay? Now, if ever, wait, where's the real one? I'm gonna zoom this thing. Okay, this is for example, right? Let me zoom in. Okay, so this is it, right? We already seen that the Suns and to some non-basketball players who don't know how the playoff works, here's how it happens. It starts with the play-in tournament. Example, we go to the West, right? So the winner of the 9 and the 10, which is the Warriors and Clippers, and if ever who wants that game, they will go continue to play one more game. And the 7th and the 8th game, the one who loses in that game will continue to play in the last game. Well, the winner of that one will go to the 7th seed, the 7 and 8. But the 9 and 10, the one who loses there is eliminated. And that's the same to the Eastern one. So, right now we've seen that the Hornets win against the Heat, and the Heat are eliminated. And the Trailblazers won against Suns. So the Trailblazers goes to the 7th seed to fight against the Spurs. And the Suns have to play one more game to see if they're gonna make it to the playoffs as an 8th seed. And then now they're gonna wait for this Clippers and the Warriors one, and the Hornets is gonna wait for the 76ers and the Magic one. But I do want to see this other one. We got like the Lakers versus Rockets, Cavaliers versus Raptors, Nuggets versus Timberwolves, Knicks versus Hawks. Now, let me predict this to you, okay? We've already seen 2 games by far. Hornets and the Heat. You got the Trailblazers and the Suns. Now, the Clippers and the Warriors. Look, I know I may be too biased, but I'm being for real. It's gotta be the Warriors, okay? Curry's back. Kristaps is there, Draymond is there, Paz is there, Paz is there, and I know Jimmy Butler is still injured, and Moses Moody definitely ACL with those 2 guys because of the injury, and they're out for the whole season. It's not good, but they still have a chance, okay? But I would say 40% Warriors, 60% Clippers, and then we go to the next one. The 76ers versus the Magic. Now, first of all, 76ers, Embiid is injured. The only ones who are good there is BJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey. So I'm gonna say to you, The Magic has Jalen Suggs, Anthony Black, you got Paulo Banchero, and Maurice Wagner. Okay. And they have Desmond Bain. So, Magic is definitely gonna win that. So, if Magic goes to fight against Hornets and Clippers, if ever Clippers wins, Clippers against Suns, and Hornets versus Magic. Now, that is a tough matchup, Hornets versus Magic. And you got, like, what? Clippers or Warriors versus Suns. Now, first of all, I'm gonna go to the West, okay? Clippers and the Suns. Now, Clippers and the Suns, let me say it to you. Clippers win. If ever to play against Suns. But if Warriors against Suns, Warriors is gonna win it. But, yeah. So the East now, we got, what? Hornets versus the Magic. That is a tough one. It will go in a very, very tough game. It will go in overtime. And I'm gonna say to you, the Magic is gonna win that. No, I would say that, okay? I know the Hornets have been hooping, especially with like LaMelo with a 30 ball against Heat, but that doesn't, like, can they beat the Magic? That's the thing. But look, I'm gonna say to you, 40% Hornets, 60% Magic. Okay, so the 7th seed. Wait, no. Oh, no, my bad. I meant like the... I meant 76ers against the Hornets. My bad, yo. So, Magic is gonna go 7th seed. And now we got the 76ers and the Hornets. So, I'm taking Hornets there. They're definitely gonna win it. So, Hornets 8th seed, 7th seed, Magic. And then you're gonna get 7th seed, which is already Trailblazers. For the 8th seed, I would say it's possibly the Warriors or the Clippers. But I'm saying to that game, Warriors versus Clippers, 40% Warriors, 60% Trailblazers. And if ever the Suns have to face these two, it's definitely going to be Warriors or either Clippers. Now, let's go to the playoffs, okay? Now, if ever Trailblazers versus the Spurs, they're definitely going to beat that in 5. Celtics and Magic beat it in 5. Hornets and the Pistons beat it in 6. Now the Thunder against Warriors or Clippers, it would go down as 5. Lakers and the Rockets beat it in 5. Nuggets, Timberwolves sweep, definitely sweep. No. 7 beat it in 7. Hawks and the Knicks beat it in 5. Cavaliers, Raptors, that gotta be a sweep. Oh wait, no, Knicks and Hawks, that gotta be a sweep, dude. Same as the Cavaliers and the Raptors. But I'm saying this is my prediction, okay? It's my prediction. Now, if ever my prediction goes real, please make it viral. Can you guys make a clip about this? I'm joking. But like, that is my prediction, okay? I'm saying to you. And we'll see the playoffs. But don't worry, guys. We're definitely gonna watch those. We're gonna watch the playoffs. We're gonna watch the play-in tournament, which we already did. But if you guys want more of this, I'm definitely gonna react more, because I have nothing to do in my house. So if ever, please comment in the live stream. Comment below if you guys want more of this. And
eligible and for Joel.
if you guys want me to react more of these things, so let's go. But let me see more of this. Alright, to some NBA fans out there, non-NBA fans, this is how does the NBA work, okay? You guys are gonna watch this definitely. You guys need to know more about this. You guys definitely need to know more about this.
What's up, Hoops fans? The Snowman here, and today I've got a basketball instructional video talking about all things NBA. We're going to go over the format, the teams, the schedule. That includes preseason, regular season, all-star break, play-in tournament, of course, the NBA playoffs. If you have any questions, please leave a comment, but let's get you set up for the new NBA season. We'll start off with some basic info about the teams. There are 30 active NBA franchises.
Now, my favorite team is the Golden State Warriors. Okay, that right there, that blue. Okay, I'm just gonna get closer. See that? That's the. This is what I like, guys. The Golden State Warriors. Now, comment down below who's your favorite team right now in the NBA. Dude.
That's the way it's been since 2004. 30 teams all across the United States and one in Canada. We split those 30 teams up into two separate conferences, the East and the West. Those conferences loosely based off geography, so it's predominantly East Coast teams in the East, West Coast teams in the West. Within both conferences, we also split the teams up into 3 divisions of 5 teams each. So in the Eastern Conference, we have the Atlantic Division, the Central, and the Southeast. And in the Western Conference, our 3 divisions are the Southwest, Northwest, and the Pacific. That's how the 30 franchises are organized. We'll come back to that when we talk about standings and playoff seeding. In terms of the big picture schedule, the NBA season typically lasts from October to the following June. Yes, we have the draft and free agency over the summer. That's the off season, but early October is typically when you have training camp and preseason where teams come together and prepare for the upcoming year. The regular season usually tips off in late October, and that goes all the way to mid-April, so about 6 months of regular season basketball with a week-long hiatus in February for the All-Star break. Then in April, we have the relatively new play-in tournament, and then the best teams advance into the playoffs, which last about 2 months long. The NBA Finals typically conclude in mid-June when the 2 best teams duke it out. We have just 1 team left standing as our NBA champs. Let's talk about some specifics regarding the regular season format now. At the moment, each team plays an 82-game schedule in the regular season. There have been talks about reducing that number, but for now it remains 82, and we arrive at those 82 games because every team plays the other 4 teams in their division 4 times each for a total of 16 games. They also play the other 10 teams in their conference 3 or 4 times each for a total of 36 games, and then they also play the 15 teams in the opposite conference twice, once at home, once on the road, for a total of 30 games. So 16 division games plus 36 other conference games plus 30 non-conference games. That equals 82. Here's an example of the standings from the 2021 season. Note that teams played less than the usual 82 because of a COVID-shortened season, but this is important because only 16 teams qualify for the playoffs each season, 8 from the Eastern Conference and 8 from the West. How this works is that the top 6 teams in each conference get in automatically. So, for example, in the East, Philadelphia, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, the New York Knicks, Atlanta, and Miami all got into the playoffs thanks to their superior win-loss records. The teams in spots 7 through 10 are the 4 teams that compete in the play-in tournament, which we'll explain in just a sec. And then the teams located from 11 to 15 are eliminated from postseason contention. So looking at the West teams, New Orleans, Sacramento, Minnesota, OKC, and Houston all failed to qualify. The only saving grace for those teams is that the worse your record is, usually you get a better draft pick the following season. That's why you'll hear the...
That's what I'm thinking about. No, I don't think today would they do that. Like, the worst record usually has the chance to get the best pick. That is impossible now, especially with Adam Smith. Oh gosh, I forgot. Adam Smith, right? Okay, whatever, the commissioner, in the NBA, they usually like have this problem, tanking problem, and they got all the bad teams, especially like the Rockets. I don't know, the Kings today. They're really, really bad, and they just thought like the other teams are just like tanking, just like the Kings, but no. Some of them are really, really bad, ethically bad, but some of them are just tanking. So I don't think that there's a higher chance, especially the Jazz, the Wizards, and New Orleans, or like smaller chances to get first picks, even though they really, really need it. But yeah, I don't know if that's usually true about like the worst team can get the first pick, higher chances. No, I wouldn't say that, but like it could be like something that's worse, but not the worst than other teams. So yeah, because example, like we got the Pacers, the worst team ever. Oh no, the Kings actually. But they're not gonna get the first pick. Instead, like 5th seed, like that. Instead, the first pick is gonna be someone like who's much better than Kings, but like still worse. So not really a high chance.
Raise tank or fans cheering for their own teams to lose late in the season to accumulate better draft capital. In terms of the play-in tournament, it's a pretty straightforward setup. There's 6 games total, 3 for each conference. In both the East and West, you have the 7 seed and the 8 seed play. Whoever wins that game moves on to the playoffs. They'll play the 2 seed in the first round. We also have the 9 and 10 seed play. Whoever loses that game is eliminated. The winner moves on to play the loser of the 7-8 matchup. final. And then whoever wins that final grudge match is the 8th seed. They move on to face the number 1 seed in the conference. As far as the playoffs are concerned, this is the most fun time of the year, in my opinion. We have our 16 teams, and they've got to win 4 rounds to be crowned champion. That's how long the playoffs last. Each round takes about 2 weeks, so it's a 2-month process in total. Unlike the NFL or March Madness, the NBA playoffs are not single elimination. Instead, all rounds are best of 7 series. In other words, the first team to win 4 separate games advances to the next round. So some series take all 7 games. Other series are shorter. They can be 4, 5, or 6 games. But whichever team has the better seed, they have the home court advantage. So they'll get to play at home for 4 of the 7 games. Only have to go on the road for 3. We repeat this process for 4 rounds, though. First round where all 16 teams compete. Then the second round are conference semifinals. The third round is the conference finals. That's the 2 best teams in each conference. And finally, we whittle our way down to the last 2 teams. They clash in the NBA finals to determine the kings of the league. Also, just one other note about the NBA. There's not really a large minor league system like with Major League Baseball. There's no system of promotion and relegation like you see in most association football leagues across the globe. However, they do have one developmental basketball league below them called the NBA G League. It's still relatively small at this point. The G League was only founded back in 2001, but there are minor league affiliates for most of the NBA franchises within the G League. So that's one path that basketball players may take. They can start out in the G League, play well enough to get promoted to an NBA roster. However, most of the time, most players in the NBA come from the college ranks. They play in the NCAA, then they get drafted and or signed from an NBA team straight out of college. All right, as always, thank you so
Yep, that's it, guys. Nice. That'll be all for today. That'll be all that I was due to you for today. I really enjoyed doing this live stream, and I hope that every day, if I do a live stream every day, hoping that you guys will come back, and I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. I know that I don't upload a lot anymore, but I will try to live stream every day. And that'll be all for today. I gotta do something right now. And that'll be all for today. I'll see you guys next time tomorrow. And don't forget, we're gonna watch a game tomorrow, which I'm gonna see that real quick before we go, because they do have a schedule. I believe that NBA schedule for tomorrow. So yeah, there it is. Oh, all right. So 7:30 a.m. and then there's a 10 a.m. So that'll be it for tomorrow. 76ers versus Magic, and the Clippers versus the Warriors. We're gonna watch those 2 games live stream, and I hope you guys watch that. And that'll be all for today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.